Hey, it's Uncle Josh, and we're back on Uncle Josh Game and playing some Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. We left off last time. We saved Rhodia, put the mayor back in charge. We came to Mr. Manners to let him know that Rhodia is open for trade. Ion blaster, so we're gonna field strip it. So now we're gonna head back to Rhodia. We're gonna let Mayor Van Gross know that trade is reestablished. So save the game. That noise we just heard was a quest being completed, which I assume is...
Hey, you folks, it's the mayor. If anybody's seen Loretta Dominguez's little boy, send him home. His dinner's getting cold.
We'll see if Horchata's got a reward. Thanks to you, the town has had a 100% recovery. Tom is my last patient, and he'll be leaving tomorrow. You saved rodeo rangers. This disease would have killed us faster than those jerks ever could. You'll get healing for free in this town from now on. Now we're gonna go speak with Mayor Van Gross.
Why are you here, Rangers? You killed my son. I know he turned against me, but he was still my son. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you.
Oh. Oops. I guess we probably shouldn't have killed his son. I was good the whole time. I had to be evil at least once. So we'll take a trip to Sante Fe Springs just to see. Oh.
You are the ones from the radio, the Desert Rangers.
A tall, bearded man in well-worn combat armor waits for you. A machine gun at his hip. His face is as stern and hard as a granite statue, and his hair is long and gray. A pair of glasses sit tightly on his badly sunburnt nose.
Name's Neil Thomas. If you are what you say you are, I'm here to sign up.
You heard our recruiting message?
Uh-huh. When the old Rhodia transmitter started broadcasting again. If you're really set on cleaning up this town, I'm interested. Particularly if you're going after the God's militia.
You have a beef with the Gods militia?
I used to run with them. Signed up because they said they wanted to make the world a better place. They lied. All their talk of God and doing good is just an excuse to kill whoever gets in their way. They kill for power. They kill for greed. They kill for the love of killing. I killed a few of them on my way out, but not enough. Not nearly enough.
You're not gonna go crazy and start shooting priests as soon as you see them, are you?
I'm a good soldier. I follow orders. I won't shoot until you tell me to shoot. But if you side with those hypocrites, I'm gone. Fair warning.
We're the Desert Rangers. We're here to protect the people and fight for justice.
Well, any man can say that. But if you take me, I'm gonna hold you to it. You turn out to be raiders or high-minded butchers, I'll leave you in a heartbeat. We'll probably be fighting next.
A soldier with morals is just what we're looking for. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Ready when you are.
Alright, so we're gonna dismiss Rose.
Time to make a difference.
Welcome, young man.
Here we go. So he has an MP5K. It uses 9mm ammo. we're gonna go into our little base. Mechanical repair. There, we get that cleared up. Attach the mod to the makeshift mace. Okay. There we go. There. Maybe we should talk to Woodson and see if there's anything new he'll tell us.
Keep an eye out for it when you're up in Griffin. We'll probably keep it in a secure area. For now, just grab all you can find. I won't know exactly how much we need until I talk it over with Mercat. Good luck out there.
Get rid of some junk. Yeah, we'll wait for now, I suppose. Rose is just gonna stand there, I guess. Save the game. Now we're gonna head to Santa Monica. And we'll try running. Now we'll have to prepare for combat. Aw, weapon jam. Disintegrated that one. A little ambush. There we go.
Copy, Ranger Team Echo. This is Sante Fe Base, over.
Just checking in to let you know we're making progress and still on the trail. Over.
Echo 1, looks like your team has earned your promotion. Congratulations, Echo 1. You've done well.
Thank you, sir. Echo 1 out. that machete, master trauma kit. We'll give that to Brother Thomas. A polo shirt. Smart casual pants. There we go. Now to find the exit. Now, the lady said it was near the gas station. And we can't do anything with that one, because we don't have a high enough computer science. Okay, but where is it? Huh. Maybe it's the safe. Nothing. Oh well. So, looks like we're gonna head back to Hollywood. Ooh.
Hello, this is Jean Rambo in Rambo's Gun Shop. Do you need the protection, the home security, the stopping power? No, oui, of course you do. The world is trouble, no? The enemies, they are everywhere on the rocky road of life. Can you turn the other cheek? No. You must strike like the cobra, eh? You must draw the first blood. And voila, Rambo can help you. Does he not have the AK-97, the M41, and the AUG? But of course, he has them all. And the prices, sacre bleu, they are low. Very, very low. So, come see Jean in Hollywood, the specialist in firepower. Au revoir, mon ami.
This message brought to you by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce.
bunch of hedonists with all the morals of a randy billy goat. At least they don't force anybody to join them. Not that I've heard, anyway.
I'm gonna stop in at Schwag's.
More lambs to the slaughter. Like a sheep farm run by wolves.
What can I get you? We found Swifty's order book. DS says, good crop of blondes? Aw, hell. They gotta be talking about Duke, don't they? You know, I've actually wondered about this for a long time, but didn't want to stir things up without being sure. Now I feel like a heel. How many kids have been taken because I didn't speak up? Something's gotta be done before another kid goes missing. Listen, I know I've got no right to ask when I should have done something long ago, but, well, I'm a waitress, and you're rangers. You know how to handle these things. Can you do something about Schwag? Put him out of business? Tell Heidi? Anything? We found Duke's ledger. He was the head of the slavers, and I worked for him all this time? Ugh, I want to puke. Wish I could have make amends somehow. Well, maybe I can. This place is gonna need a new owner, ain't it? Maybe I can make it what it always should have been. Thanks, Rangers. Everything's on the house for y'all from now on. Okay. Now we're gonna enter Heidi's Hollywood Hideaway.
Love as commerce don't sit well.
Welcome to Heidi's Hollywood Hideaway, where your pleasure is our pleasure. I'm Heidi Hollander at your service. Ah, it's you again, Rangers. Please forgive my brusqueness at the cemetery. It's hard to be pleasant when one is grieving. What can I do for you all? Are you here for business or pleasure? Or both?
We found evidence of slavery in Hollywood.
This is very serious, and I thank you for bringing it to my attention. I will have the HSP look into this immediately. But please, do nothing on your own. This must be handled internally with a minimum of fuss. Hollywood's reputation cannot be compromised.
What is your job?
I am the owner and madam of the Hideaway, Heidi Hollander. It's my pleasure to provide pleasure to all who come through these doors.
What do you know about the Brown Crown?
I wouldn't eat there if I were you. Ma Brown is a nice enough lady, but she isn't very careful about keeping her kitchen clean. Try Schwag's instead.
What do you know about Schwag's drugstore?
A fine and friendly eating establishment, and the social hub of Hollywood. Everyone who's anybody goes there to see and be seen. Some of the brightest stars of stage and boudoir have been discovered there, and young hopefuls flock there every day. It is well worth a visit.
We're here for both.
Marvelous. Well then, let's get business out of the way first. We'll save pleasure for dessert. Whatever your need is, Heidi's Hideaway can provide.
Heidi's Hideaway?
May I recommend enjoying one of our icons, each hearkening back to the golden age of star-making. On the female side, we have our blonde bombshell Marilyn, our brunette playmate Raquel, our sweet soul sister Pam, and our beach bunny Beau. On the male side, we have our brooding rebel Dean, our perfect gentleman Carrie, our smooth operator Billy D, and our suntan surfer Hasselhoff. And if none of those strike your fancy, or if you prefer the darker side of things, Mistress Veronica awaits you in the dungeon below with a more dangerous selection of companions. Now, which shall it be?
Do you need any help?
You want to help me? Isn't that sweet? Sadly, though, the Hideaway has all the talent we need at the moment. And the HSP seems to have everything in Hollywood well in hand. Unless you were thinking of storming the Bastion of Faith and sending those God militia madmen packing, I'm afraid I have nothing for you.
What do you know about the HSP?
The finest police force in the West, with the possible exception of the Rangers, of course. You will not meet a more dedicated group of men and women. I swear they are never out of uniform.
What do you know about the Gods Militia?
They are the bane of my existence. For years, they were too busy fighting the gangs of Los Feliz and Glendale to bother us. But now that those territories are pacified, they've declared us their new crusade. They raid us constantly, breaking through our walls, plundering our supply caravans, killing without mercy. I have lost friends, employees, and it is killing our businesses too. The tourists who are our lifeblood are afraid to visit. We are withering away. Everything I have worked to create here is threatened. Well, I won't let it happen. The militia want to erase us from the face of the earth. I'll erase them first. I don't know how yet, but I won't rest until the Bastion of Faith is a smoking wreck.
What do you know about the Bastion?
The militia turned the old observatory into a fortress and let beasts and mutants run wild in the park below it, as protection against attack, and as a challenge for the fanatic fools who want to join their ranks. The Gauntlet of Samson, they call it.
What about Gauntlet of Samson?
A trial by combat, named after their goon of a messiah, Red Samson. Aspirants who want to join the militia must fight their way up through killing fields of mutants and monstrous beasts to the observatory. Excuse me, the Bastion of Faith.
Tell me about Red Samson.
Some street crazy with a sledgehammer who saw a videotape and thought he found God. Died in a gang fight about 50 years ago. The only thing more pathetic than the story of his life is the fools who believe he was the second coming.
What do you know about Glendale?
A wild, barbaric place across the river to the east. I don't know much about it, and never had the inclination to learn more.
What do you know about Los Feliz?
A tiny little place that only exists so that the aspirants who come to the Bastion for the Gauntlet of Samson can have a place to sleep before starting up the hill.
Where is Marilyn?
You'll find what you're looking for in the back room. Enjoy.
Where is Raquel?
You'll find what you're looking for in the back room. Enjoy.
Where is Pam?
You'll find what you're looking for in the back room. Enjoy.
Where's Beau?
I'm afraid Beau is currently indisposed. Perhaps you could try back tomorrow.
Where is Dean?
You'll find what you're looking for in the back room. Enjoy.
Where's Billy D?
You'll find what you're looking for in the back room. Enjoy.
Where is Carrie?
I'm afraid Carrie is currently indisposed. Perhaps you could try back tomorrow.
Where is Hasselhoff?
You'll find what you're looking for in the back room.
Are you
Enjoy.
Are you sure we can't help?
All right, all right. There are 1 or 2 things on my plate that require a steadier hand than the HSP can provide. One will test your diplomacy. The other will test your martial abilities. If you take care of the first for me, then we'll see about letting you take a crack at those pistol-packing priests. Are you interested?
Yes.
Marvelous. Then here is the first one. My most trusted lieutenant, Mistress Veronica, Lady of Pain and Ecstasy, has been acting oddly lately. I have seen similar behavior before, and while I could not believe it of her at first, I worry she may be in love. And a prostitute, a dominatrix no less, in love is of less value than when unattached. So, my quest for you, find out if I'm right. Speak to her, offer to help, and see if she admits her condition.
What do you know about Mistress Veronica?
My dearest darling, who came to me lost and alone, and who under my tutelage blossomed to become the most beloved of my icons. Then later, the dark and delicious mistress she is today. She is my second in command, an inspired performer who can be gracious or cruel, kind or cold, whichever her visitors desire. Come back when you're looking for some entertainment,
Tell me,
Rangers.
your employees will sleep with anyone if they have the money.
Yes, my dear.
Even someone like me?
Even someone like you.
Oh, Rangers, I am embarrassed to ask, but could I? It has always been more a matter of duty rather than joy in Darwin. But here...
That's kind of funny. It's got a trap on it. I better save the game just in case. Hey, what the fuck are you doing in here? So that needs something I don't have. Welcome to the dungeon at Heidi's Hollywood Hideaway, where the fine line between pleasure and pain has been erased. Pests, leave before you are flayed and left naked in the midday sun. Okay. I am Mistress Veronica, and you have entered the land of night and dreams, where no fantasy is too strange and no request ridiculed. Are you here to indulge yourself, or is this a business call? I'd like to indulge. Then let me tell you of the servants of the dream. If you enjoy mastering women, then the lovely Gwen will delight you as she submits to your every whim. If instead you want the woman to take charge, Mistress Leia will be happy to grind you beneath her patent leather heels. If you enjoy mastering men, then you must meet the winsome Eric, for he is a very naughty boy indeed. And if instead you enjoy being mastered, then the Master Sergeant looks forward to making you crawl. And if your dreams fall beyond these four fantasies, I will do my best to make them a reality. Now, what shall it be? Tell me about Master Sergeant. Fantastic. Then pass through the arch behind me. The Master Sergeant will be waiting for you at the second door on the right.
Are you sure no one is being coerced here? I don't like it.
The privilege of being my slave costs. Wait, what is protruding from your pack? It looks appealing. Black as night, shining like a teardrop, and of a proportion I've never seen. I could make use of a phallus like that. Phallus? You mean that dildo we found in a toaster? Of course, the likes of you would employ such vulgar terminology. But yes, the dildo. I would deign to give you something in return if you give it to me. Then we deign to give it to you, Master Sergeant. Finally, the proper respect for your superior. Very well. Here is my gift to you. Those of weaker will cannot bear to be struck with its blunt edge. Pain exposes the truth, the soul. Shame is crippling for some. Now, will you partake in my administration? Your eyes beg for me to stomp on them. The privilege of being my slave costs you 15 scrap. Will you obey or run like the sniveling rats you are? No. You are below me. Okay. Welcome back, Rangers. Is this visit for business or to indulge in a fantasy? Tell us about yourself. I am assistant to Madame Heidi of Heidi's Hideaway and mistress of her dungeon, where it is my pleasure to provide pleasure or pain, whichever you require. What do you know about Heidi's Hideaway? At the Hideaway, there is only pleasure, whether it's a night with a beautiful boy or girl, some role play in my dungeon of dreams, or a soothing drink and a song in the cabaret. It is our pleasure to give you pleasure, even if that pleasure is pain. What do you know about Heidi Hollander? Madam Heidi is a caring employee and a great leader for Hollywood and the HCC. She has been very good to me. Great? You sound unsure. Please don't ask me about that. I am deeply indebted to Heidi. I wouldn't want to speak against her. Don't be afraid. You can speak to us. Well, okay. As long as it doesn't get back to Heidi. I don't think she's a bad person. She's just so driven to promote Hollywood as a glamorous destination that she turns a blind eye to the bad things happening in the shadows. The drugs, the slavers. She and the HCC just pretend it's not happening. What do you know about slavery in Hollywood? Heidi says there's no slavery in Hollywood, but I know better. I lost friends to those bastards. And there are more street kids disappearing every day. I just wish there was something I could do to save them. Maybe we could save them. Could you? Would you? Oh, Rangers, if you did this, I would be eternally grateful. Now, I don't know who's stealing from those girls and boys, but I can tell you where to start looking. Schwag's drugstore. Some of those talent agents that hang around there aren't really talent agents at all. I'm sure of it. Will you investigate them for me? Will you bring me some evidence I can take to Heidi to prove that this is happening? Well, we've got evidence. You already showed it to her, and she said she'd have the HSP take care of it? I know where that's going. Nowhere. Well, at least you tried. Thank you, Rangers. Wait, Rangers, listen. You asked before if you could help me with any personal matters, and I was reluctant. But after this, I find I trust you now. So there's one thing, if you're still interested. We're interested. Thank you. It's a bit embarrassing for a woman in my position, but I have fallen in love, and worse, in love with a customer. I call him the Broken Man. He comes here to be beaten for his sins, he says, and they must be terrible, for I have sometimes nearly killed him, and still he feels it is not enough. I don't know his name, and I have never seen his face, for he wears a mask, but I love him, and I fear for him. He used to come once a week, but I haven't seen him in a month. I'm afraid something's happened to him, or that I did something to offend him. I know it's crazy to ask you to find a man whose face I can't describe, but if you meet a tall man, very thin, with a sad voice, can you ask him if he knows someone named Veronica? And if he does, can you ask him to come back to her? The other bit of information I have on the Broken Man is that he is not from Hollywood. Maybe Los Feliz, or, I dread to think that he could be from the Bastion. Yes. Thank you. I know it's a shot in the dark, but if you find him, I'll be eternally grateful. What do you know about the Broken Man? He's never removed his mask, so I can't tell you much. He is tall and lean, and moves with a practiced grace, yet so much weighs on his shoulders. I do not know what burdens him so. What do you know about Schwag's drugstore? Heidi likes me to promote it, since Duke Schwag is a member of the HCC, but it brings back bad memories of when I first arrived here as a runaway. Too many creeps at the counter. What do you know about the drugs in Hollywood? You can find everything here, but the worst is salt. That stuff will take your soul away. What do you know about salt? I don't know what it is or where it comes from, but I know they sell it at the Hotel California. I don't understand how that place still survives. The HSP raids it all the time, but somehow it always returns. What do you know about the HSP? They like to pretend they're the real police, but really, they're just Heidi's personal security. What do you know about Hotel California? It's a broken down hotel near the East Gate. The HSP should tear it down. It's an evil place. What do you know about the HCC? That's Madam Heidi's organization. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. She's the founder and president. It has been the saving of this town. Without it, we would have been overrun by the militia long ago, but, well, never mind. But what? I shouldn't have spoken. Madam Heidi has done so much for Hollywood. Who am I to question her decisions? Forget I said anything, please. You obviously can't forget. What's upsetting you? Alright, you're right, it troubles me too much to speak. Heidi and the HCC are so focused on saving Hollywood from God's militia that they can't see the problems inside our walls, but I see them. I was a runaway once. I saw the drugs. I saw the slavers. As much as I admire Heidi for making Hollywood what it is, I can't sleep knowing what's going on with those kids in the streets. Why does God's militia hate this place so much? In their minds, we're all sinners, which as far as I can tell is someone who can scratch out a modicum of self-respect and pleasure in this shithole wasteland. Sure, we're not perfect. I mean, rumors about slavers don't come from nowhere. What do you know about God's militia? 2 days ago, they killed one of my girls. Heidi wouldn't let me go to the funeral for fear they would raid us again and kill me too. I despise them. They are exactly the sort of closed-minded savages I was running away from when I came to Hollywood, but there's no escaping them. Every time you see their damn bastion of faith looming over Hollywood. What do you know about the bastion? It sickens me. The militia took a place dedicated to reason, research, and discovery and turned it into a temple of hate and death. So sad. Tell me about Eric. Perfect. Then pass through the gates. Eric will be waiting for you on the second door to the left. Tell me about Leia. And she's on the first door on your right. Gwen is the first door on your left. We're here for business. A shame. Dreams are much more interesting. What can I do for you? We are more interested in what we could do for you. Well, if you're looking for employment, you should speak to Madam Heidi. I have nothing to do with that. Not Heidi. What can we do for you? You want to help me personally? I'm afraid I don't know you well enough to trust you with personal matters. Perhaps if we get to know each other better. Until we meet again, Rangers.
So your employees give and receive pain? No. I have had enough of pain. But thank you.
That's kind of interesting. Okay.
This is a place where sex is purchased? I see.
Copy, Ranger Team Echo. This is Sante Fe Base, over.
Just checking in to let you know we're making progress and still on the trail. Over.
Echo 1, one of your teams has received a field promotion. Congratulations, Echo 1. You've done well.
Thank you, sir. Echo 1 out. Okay. So with that out of the way, we're gonna head to the Hotel California. if I can. Is this Hotel California? Strange for such a rundown place, but the door, despite being covered in graffiti and scratches, is heavy and reinforced steel. If it wasn't propped open, you doubt the scrawny junkies who constantly pass through it could even budge it. Okay, so we're gonna save the game, and then we're gonna end things here for today. And the next one, we'll venture into the Hotel California.